The two Koreas are holding working-level talks at the inter-Korean border on this Thursday. North and South Korean officials met for talks earlier this Thursday. It's roughly 17 past 10 p.m. here in Seoul, and the talks are still ongoing. The talks today are a fresh attempt at dialogue between the two Koreas, which have all but cut off ties since 2010, when a South Korean Navy ship was destroyed by a torpedo fired from a North Korean submarine. Pyongyang to this day denies any role. It's also the fruit of a long time in the works, with Seoul having to wait 2 months for Pyongyang to respond to its proposals. Will this working-level talks lead way to higher-level talks in the near future? Well, our Jisun has been on the story since early morning. She joins us from Seoul's Unification Ministry. Jisun, do we have any news from the delegation at the border outpost?
Good evening, Ganyang. The plenary session of the meeting began at 12:50 this afternoon and lasted for 90 minutes, with the two Koreas exchanging proposals for the high-level talks. And they were represented by 3 different officials, and Korea's side was represented by Kim Gi-yoon, who is the chief official for Inter-Korean Dialogue, and Hwang Chul from the North, who is a senior official at North Korea's Unification Agency. And as the delegations are meeting on the north side of the border village of Panmunjom, they are not giving a real-time updates for us here in Seoul, but the talks are ongoing at the moment. And speaking of which, today's meeting started nearly 2.5 hours late than scheduled, which was 10:30 a.m., due to technical glitches with the communication lines at the venue. Same thing happened in the previous talks in 2013. This working-level talks is held to prepare and lay the groundwork for high-level talks, including the agenda, venue, schedule, and rank of the participants. Officials at Seoul's Unification Ministry told reporters that there are outstanding differences in the stances in all aspects, but added that gaps could be narrowed if they go on with negotiations. Seoul has proposed ministerial-level talks between Unification Minister Hong Yong-pyo and his North Korean counterpart Kim Yang-gon, but we'll have to see if the North approves that. And what to include on the agenda could be another stumbling block. On top of Seoul's priority list is the reunions for war-separated families. The South Korean government wants them to be held on a regular basis, but North Korea is more interested in getting South Korea back to resume its tours at Gyeongbuk Resort. And Seoul halted tours to the area after a South Korean tourist was shot dead by a North Korean soldier in 2008. And today's talks are in line with an agreement reached on August 25th, in which the two sides pledged to improve inter-Korean relations and expand civilian exchanges. And last month's family reunions were also part of that agreement. And the two Koreas will continue to reach a common ground and reach some sort of an agreement this evening to make the high-level talks happen as soon as possible. But if they fail to do so, another following-up working-level talks could have to be rescheduled for later this month or within this year. Back to you, Anya.
Well, Jisun, hopefully the working-level talks can make progress so that it could move up the ladder and eventually lead to a meeting between figures high in ranking enough to make significant progress, I suppose, or improvement in cross-border relations. Thanks, Jisun. Hang in there. That was our Jisun live from the nation's Unification Ministry.